Good morning, welcome to my channel, Me, My Dogs and MS. Today I'm going to be talking about energy management because this is the one that I find really difficult and no 2 days are the same. Energy management is so important for people with MS and sometimes it's a bit hit or miss with me, but I'm sure you have these issues as well. So come on, let's go for a walk and I will chat on my way around. What are you doing, Dill? Come on. What are you doing up there, Woods? Oh, ow. Dylan's got to be about with for treats. Energy management. I still don't get this right, you know. My husband's been away for a week. He went to Ireland with his mates on the motorbikes. Brilliant, because I really like him to get away so he doesn't have to put up with me. I have to walk the dogs twice a day. I have to make all my drinks. I have to make my meals. And actually, that is utterly knackering. I just haven't got it right. You know, so I've got meals in my freezer that I can cook, or I'll do poached eggs on toast, which I really enjoy. But I find it really difficult to manage it. You know, mentally, I'm there with my glass half full philosophy, where actually mine is, you know, is always half full, it's never half empty. With my energy levels, they fluctuate so much. And if I do too much, then my fatigue kicks in. And it's a real, it's a balancing act. And actually, I'm so thankful my husband's back. I think he was pleased to see me as well. So that was really, really nice. When I've got low energy, do you know what I mean? I can seem a bit snippy in my mood with people. I don't mean to be. It's just because I'm there preserving energy. And I don't want to be in long conversations with people. I don't want to dissect things. I don't want to do any hard talking or thinking. You know, it's like doing a university course or something like that. I can't read at the moment. I don't know why. I just find I cannot relax and just read a book normally. So I'm on talking books at the moment. So I try to just sit back and listen to them, which really does kind of helps. But the only way of regaining my energy back is for my husband. Well, it's not for just my husband to come back. It's just that I've got to be extremely mindful. Oh, the weather last week was in its 20s and it was absolutely beautiful here. But I walked the dogs in the morning and in the after, and then I'd get back and I was tired, so I'd sit down, have a cup of tea. I'm always having a cup of tea heals everything, and just rest away. But it doesn't recharge the batteries fully, and then I've got to take them out in the afternoon. It's very challenging. I'm sure you all must find it challenging as well, because my dogs need walking. Well, they've always walked twice a day. We do have a big garden, so we've only done sometimes, and that when it was really, really hot, they got walked at 8 o'clock at night, or I'd take them to the Den of Aleph at 8 o'clock so they could swim in the water and just cool off a bit. Oh. Dill. Come on, away. Like I said before, I just pick up things that are not natural on the ground. It's just there used to be polytunnels here, so it's just a bit of plastic that's come up to the top. So I'll just pick it up and stick it in my bin when we get home. But I think energy management is so important, because if you haven't got much energy, or you're doing things that use up your energy, it's like I found that if I've got 2 dog walks a day and making my meals and any drinks, that's enough. I can't do any more than that. If I've got to go shopping, then the dogs have a very short walk. It's just using what energy you've got wisely. You know, I could get a dog walker in, but actually sometimes I don't need to get them. And also Suzanne, you know, she's come over a few times last weekend, walked the dogs for me. I just get tired, and I don't want to talk to anyone or engage with anyone. I just want to sit and kind of relax and chill and shut my eyes. My husband's back now, so that's nice. So I do one walk and he does the other. So the dogs get, and there we are. You can probably tell the weather has changed now. It's kind of damp today. We've had the har come over from the coast, because the coast is over there. So we get all the fog come over. One of the things I have found with keeping on top of my MS is to be very conscious of what I'm doing, how much energy I'm using, and planning. You've got to plan. Sure enough, curveballs come and you can't do anything about that. But if you plan, it gets easier. And I know that some of the people I know that have had MS for a long time, they've got to plan any activity or outing, so it becomes manageable, and then it doesn't crash energy levels for the rest of the week. But what I like being outside for is to notice any changes, because where I am, no 2 days ever are the same. It's like, look at the clouds today. They're so different than they were the other day. And in the valley, they've harvested some things, they've planted others. There's always something going on. The polytunnels, some of them are taking the plastic off, ready for the winter period already, so they must have finished the crops now. You know, it's always changing. Come on, Woods! Oh, she's like an ever-ready battery, isn't she? For the past 18 months, I've been working for a company as an Occupational Health Advisor, which it's great, but also went in there full of enthusiasm. I started off with 24 hours a week because I knew I could hopefully manage that. So I worked 3 8-hour days, and then that was proven a bit of a mission. I was really upfront with my MS, but I think then I changed down to 4 6-hour days. Then I reduced my hours to 6-hour days. Now I'm on 2 5-hour days, and I'm finding it hard. It's just on a physical level, but also on a mental level, a stress level, and that. I think, you know, I can't see me working for them at the end of the year, and that. And it's such a, I find that I've always worked, but I've also quite realistic that actually it's not doing me any good at the moment at all. It's such a burden to me, not because of the work. I know what I'm doing with the work, but it's everything that goes with the work. Is the mental and physical tiredness is a very extremely busy place, and I knew that when I started there, and it's really nice to have management that understands and can alter and adapt with you. But yeah, it's something that I've got to think about, because if I give up my work, I won't have any wages coming in from there. But actually, at the end of the day, I find my health is the most important thing to me in the world, and being able to have the health, the strength, the motivation to continue walking my dogs, because it makes me feel good, but also keeps my mobility under control. To help manage the energy levels on my walk, I always have a sit down somewhere. There's walls. I'm sitting on this lovely dry stone wall at the moment. Probably get a wet arse from this, but I don't care. There's always places I can sit down or rest against. There's fence posts and things like that. There's always something that I can use. And if the worst comes to the worst, I'll sit on the ground. But it's very rare I need to do that, but I'll always rest when I'm walking. What's quite nice about here actually is because we're kind of high up and it's big skies, you can see the weather changing. Now it's brightening up over there, so we might get some clear skies later, but over here that looks damp. So the choice is, which way is it moving? Because we don't have much of a breeze here. Are we going to get wet before we get home? Or are we going to get the sunshine coming out? What I'm going to do anyway, I'm going to walk without my sticks along here and practice my balancing. This is flat and it's not too bumpy. So, come on. When I'm walking, I just try to keep in a straight line because I'm really good at crabbing. And I can't walk in a straight line to save my life normally. It's definitely coming, the clouds are definitely coming down in the hills actually. And it's definitely brightening up there, so work that out. That's a buzzard feather. I found this is the easiest place to put them, otherwise they get squished. Thank you for joining me on my walk today, and that I've enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, add a comment. Let's keep this conversation going. And I'll see you next week. Come on. Oh, I must look like a right idiot walking along with feathers in my head. Do I care? Not really.